Good afternoon. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Reverend Donald Phillips, and I serve as the chaplain here. Over 150 years ago, this school was founded by a group of settlers who were Methodists, and they found a place where they could come and learn and grow in education. Over 150 years ago, they were considered progressive because they were training both men and women in education and giving degrees. And out of that same tradition of inclusion, the same tradition of diversity, in which we have different backgrounds, ethnicities, cultures, and faiths, let us take a moment of silence so that various faiths can honor God in their own way. Let us pray. Gracious and eternal God, we are thankful for this day, and day in which we have come to celebrate, come to have joy in our hearts. We thank you for in Scripture both sun and rain are blessings from above. But we are blessed in this day to receive your sunshine upon us. We thank you for the gathering of family, of friends, of advisors, of teachers, of persons who have walked this journey with us. We pray blessing upon these proceedings. Blessing upon those who are preparing for the next step of their lives. Blessings upon the parents and friends who have encouraged them along the way. And we're thankful that we have come this far, many will say by faith, by love, and by encouragement. And so please be with us. Holy Spirit, move us in our hearts with a spirit of expectation and celebration. At this time, those who will, please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement exercise for the class of 2017 at Albion College. We're delighted that you're here. And I enjoyed, while you were walking in, for a couple of you got a great cheer section out there, right? They were delighted to see you here, delighted to see you made it. I think you probably wanted to say, don't sound so surprised that I'm here. You knew it all along. We also welcome those who are watching by internet. Glad that we can stream this out so that family and friends around the country can join us. I'm Maury Ditzler, the president of Albion College. The members of the platform party will be introduced as they are ready to speak. However, before we proceed, I would like to thank the chairman of our board of trustees, J. Donald Sheets, class of 1982, for assisting me during today's ceremony. Thank you, Don. I would also like to welcome the other members of the board of trustees who are present today, and will ask them to stand as I call their name. Joseph Calvaruso, class of 1978. Mayola Dunklin. I understand that for a couple of you, Mayola was your kindergarten principal, right? So give her a wave if you remember that. Super. Douglas Goring, professor of art emeritus. Stephen Greenhall, class of 1974. And Jeffrey Ott, class of 1986. Thank you for sharing this ceremony with our graduates. With this ceremony, we bring to close our academic year, and it was an inspiring year. It was a special year, a very special 4 years. I'll always remember this class. Remember your admission tour, and there's a memory that's seared in your conscious that you'll remember forever, that cause you to look around and say, yes, this is the college for me. You were here when I took my admission tour, right? And you're the memory that I have of that tour. You're the reason I said I want to be at this college. I was walking around on a weekend, and every place I went, you were studying. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you studied every weekend, but it was the weekend before finals. And whether I walked into the observatory or into the attic of the KC, you folks were studying hard. No wonder you achieved so much. You worked so hard at it. Thank you for being a class that changed this college. You've changed it and made it better in so many ways. You've observed the changes. Some of them are so visible, right? Some of you were the first to play on the new athletic field. Some of you are the first to study at the Ludington Center. But for me, the biggest change that you enabled at this institution was that you were a very welcoming class. You worked very hard at making certain that the changing face of Albion College was welcome. When you came here, over 90% of you were from Michigan. In 4 short years, we're at a point to where 60-some% of our students are from Michigan. We have almost increased by a factor of 4 the students from outside of Michigan. And you made them feel welcome, just as you made me feel welcome. But even more important than that, when you came here, most of you looked like me, at least in the color of your skin. And now our classes that are entering reflect the rich diversity of America. And they look like all of America. And that's not an easy transition for college to make in 4 years. You were at the heart of that. You worked hard at it. You worked hard at making people welcome. You pushed your faculty and you pushed your president to be better at it as well. It wasn't always easy. It wasn't always smooth. But you as a class were at the forefront of making that happen. And for that, Albion College, for generations to come, thanks you. So you changed the college, and now you leave here ready to change the world. You're going out with a variety of exciting plans, just to name a few of them. Some of you going to accounting roles at Ernst & Young and PricewaterhouseCoopers, and a finance post at J.P. Morgan Chase. That's not all one person, that's several of you. Many of you are going to medical schools at, for instance, Michigan and Wayne State. PhD programs will see our students. I was a chemist. I went to Duke, so I'm delighted that we have a biochemistry graduate going to Duke University, and we have chemistry majors going on to study for PhDs at Miller Dame in Illinois. We have students studying in the master's programs in Arabic and Islamic studies at Georgetown, and another in applied analytics at DePaul. One of you will be a high school teacher in South Carolina. Another, a Teach for America post in Las Vegas, and an English as a second language assignment in China. And finally, some of you staying close to home, we'll have one of you doing hands-on work in history just down the road at the Mann House Museum in Concord. We are incredibly proud of all you've achieved and know that more impressive accomplishments are yet to come. Congratulations. Now, on behalf of Albion College and the class of 2017, allow me to pay tribute to those who have supported these graduates morally, spiritually, and financially. To the parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles of the graduates, without you this day would not be possible, and because of you it is a joyous celebration of life and learning. Graduates, let's rise, face the audience, and join me in giving a round of applause to your families and friends for their love and support. It is our tradition to pay tribute to retiring faculty and staff, and we are honoring 2 individuals today. A member of Albion's biology faculty since 1982, Ruth Schmitter developed and taught courses as diverse as biology and film, literature and medicine, electron microscopy, women and ethnic minorities in science, and aquatic biology, aquatic botany. One of Albion's founding first-year seminar faculty, Dr. Schmitter, also taught honors program courses and led Albion's Women and Gender Studies Committee for a number of years. A cell biologist with special interest in electron microscopy, Ruth has worked with physics and neuroscience faculty, Albion pre-medical and pre-dental programs, and even the Gerstacker Institute. Ruth has also been a mentor, role model, and champion for countless female colleagues and students, and just a few weeks ago, she helped an Albion student organization to host a STEM workshop for middle school girls. Ruth graduated from Michigan State University, earned her master's degree as a Fulbright Scholar at the University of Edinburgh, and did both doctoral and postdoctoral work at Harvard University. She is also a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science and has been granted emeritus status by the Board of Trustees. Please help me recognize Dr. Schmitter for all she has done for Albion and for her students. Ruth, would you please stand? We'd also like to recognize Deborah Peterson, who's retiring after nearly a decade as director of our Center for International Education and Off-Campus Programs. Deb has spent the past 21 years working with international students and programs here and at Michigan State University. She has also served as an instructor in communications at Michigan State University and Cornell University. A Juniata College alumna, Peterson holds a master's degree from Cornell and a doctorate degree in communication from Michigan State. Please help me recognize Dr. Peterson for all she has done for our students and for her dedication in making Albion College a more global college. Deborah, would you please stand? We should also take a moment to recognize all of our faculty members who have been influential in our students' lives in so many ways. I invite the entire faculty to stand and allow the students and their families and friends to recognize the remarkable work of these distinguished scholars and mentors. Each year at commencement, we repeat an old Albion tradition, the sounding of the senior class horn. In 1877, right? a popular group, about as large as the group in 1877, the 12 members of Albion College's senior class launched the senior class horn tradition, and it has become associated with the college's oratory contests. The horn was refurbished in 2000 and was dedicated in 2003 as a senior class gift. Now the horn is sounded just prior to the student speaker's remarks at commencement. Today, after being named the winner in a very rigorous tryout, Senior Vincent Plasky will sound the horn. He will be assisted by Senior Elizabeth Witkowski. Great.
Hello. Vince and I would just like to thank everyone who's made this tradition possible. We'd like to thank our wonderful families, our fellow classmates, the dedicated... If you know me, this is how my life goes. Woo! Okay, and Well, not to toot our own horn, but we do have a lot to brag about. So congratulations to the class of 2017. Thanks for all the memories, Albion. Go Brits.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduating class of 2017, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. Thank you.
At this time, it is my privilege to introduce graduating senior Julian Vanderberg for his address. He's a native of Traverse City, Michigan. Julian is a finance major, a business and organizations minor, and a member of the Carl Gerstacker Institute for Business and Management. Last summer, Julian entered abroad as a junior financial analyst in the diamond industry in Antwerp, Belgium, and Mumbai, India. He is currently pursuing financial opportunities in the tech sector. Julian has taken full advantage of the extracurricular benefits of a residential liberal arts education through his participation in Delta Sigma Phi, Omicron Delta Kappa, the Investment Club, and the True Man Coalition. He has tutored Albion students who've needed extra help in accounting, economics, and finance classes. Please join me in welcoming Julian to address the graduating seniors of 2017.
Thank you, President Ditzler. Welcome, fellow graduates, students, faculty, family, and friends. Using your remaining bit of energy, you hoist yourself up and over the craggy cliff edge. Taking a moment to catch your breath, you sit and examine the fresh wounds alongside the healing and healed cuts crisscrossing your hands, each one bringing a vivid memory to mind. The first few scrapes felt alarmingly real. The quiz that snuck up undetected left a good sting, and the paper grade that came back lower than expected may have been reopened a few times. But with each of these, your hands grew stronger, more capable, and more confident. At times, the temptation to let go and deal with the consequences later hovered over you. There were tense moments where your holds and ledges crumbled, and you knew that you would fall, no matter how hard your grip tightened. With Albion being a wonderfully supportive environment, however, there was always a deus ex machina to be found, a helping hand altruistically willing to guide you through your trials and troubles, teaching us to climb further and faster on our own. If you're wondering who I am, I'm a mountain climber, just like every other cap and gown clad scholar here, all of which have so many things in common. We've defeated the writing competency exam, juggled semester after semester of scheduling conflicts, and slept too little during the weekdays, only to not catch up on any of it once we had the time. But the town and school of Albion have helped to cultivate striking differences between each of its students, some of which have volunteered to help Albion residents with their income taxes. Others have participated in local urban development programs. Some volunteer at the local elementary school. Others spend time with the Student Athlete Advisory Committee Clinic, playing sports and providing tips to young athletes. The Greeks constantly run fundraisers for the Red Cross, Jesse's Gift, Autism Speaks, Service for Sight, and countless other charities. I've played guitar on the stage at the Bohm Theater with a blues band I'd never met before, helped run a haunted house, and been a part of creating other student organizations, both successfully and unsuccessfully. May my book club rest in peace. It's opportunities like these that shape students like us into the type of alumni from Albion who will go on to hold key positions in organizations like the massive Chicago Board Options Exchange, U.S. Airways, and Newsweek, among many others. But it's not just the in-school opportunities that create such an impressive network of students and alumni. I would not have nearly as much confidence in my climbing ability if I got my training from a different group of veteran mountaineers. What other school has economists that teach you to negotiate? Mathematicians that teach you how to gamble responsibly? Kinesiologists teaching mental health through Gary Larson comics? Well, any academy can teach you to climb a hill. Albion gives you the equipment to independently navigate glaciers, crevasses, cliffs, and any other obstacle you may come to face. The last big lesson taught on the way up the wall comes again from the faculty, but not in the form of a classroom lecture or a hands-on project. The faculty and staff at this school come from many different walks of life. Some professors are only just starting their career, not much higher up the mountain than we are, while others have been around the world, bringing with them amazing experiences with which to supplement their teachings. The one big unifying factor between them is that they're all people. More specifically, they're all good people, truly good people. People who were once students facing the same problems that us current and future Albion alumni have faced. Through interactions with the faculty, Albion slyly teaches its students that there is no mysterious divide between studenthood and adulthood. As we graduate from here, we aren't going to magically change into a different person, suddenly gaining whatever it is that makes little kids look at you and say, "Wow, you're old." We will take the knowledge and experiences given to us and go on our own adventures, becoming like the people who have helped us get this far. To finish what I've started, I'll give you this little taste of Stephen King's wisdom. The scariest part is right before you start. That's right now. Today we sit atop the cliff face that we have spent our last few years scaling, catching our breath with friends and family. This is the point of our careers where we are supposed to be scared about what is to come. Will we find jobs, success, happiness? Some will say that it's okay to be anxious about tomorrow when you will be looking out over the edge, about to take your first leap into whatever comes next for you. Others may be excited about taking that daring dive into post-undergrad life. I urge you to reject these. Instead, grab your gloves, count your carabiners, and don your helmet. Tomorrow you're going to turn around and climb further up the mountain. You've been given the tools and honed your skills. Now it's time for you to use them on your own. Mistakes may have been made, but you've learned from them. The cuts on your hands have healed, leaving you tougher, bolder, and stronger than that version of yourself you left at the bottom of the mountain all those years ago. Climb further than you knew was possible, and reach out a supportive hand to those in need. Congratulations on cresting this peak, and good luck reaching the summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Julian. The class of 2017 has graciously raised funds for a class gift. Here to announce the gift is Senior Mary Rose DiBardino, representing the Senior Class Gift Committee. Mary Rose is a biology major and an exercise science minor from Dearborn, Michigan. A member of the Institutes for Healthcare Professions, Mortar Board, and Alpha Zeta Delta. Alpha Z, you're supposed to, yeah. She plans to pursue a master's program in public health and, unless something more interesting comes along, later go to medical school. Mary Rose.
Thank you, President Ditzler, and good afternoon, everyone. It has been an honor to serve as the chair of the 2017 Senior Class Gift Committee. The Senior Class Gift is a long-standing tradition here at Albion, in which each spring, the graduating class makes a collective gift to the college through the Senior Class Gift Program. For our class, we have collectively chosen to commission an original piece of artwork to be created by Albion art professor Michael Dixon that will be displayed in the Ludington Center in downtown Albion. The piece will be inspired by the quote, "No matter what people say, words and ideas can change the world," by Robin Williams. The ultimate goal of this year's class is to leave our legacy, bridge the college and community together, and give to an institution that has given us so much. Those who have donated to this gift had the opportunity to have their picture taken, and with it describe what Albion has given to them. These pictures were displayed earlier in the Kellogg Center. This college has provided us with a world-class education, friends that have turned into family, and a lifetime of memories we may or may not remember, probably from all the studying. As a member of the Senior Class Gift Committee, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to the committee members who have inspired myself and others to give back to this exceptional college. Thank you to my fellow seniors for donating, along with the juniors and sophomores I strongly encourage to give back. And lastly, thank you to our friends and family who realize the remarkable impact Albion has made on us. We have all found a special home in Albion, whether it's through a sport, something in Greek life, a group, or even just a niche of friends. We not only grew academically, but grew as people far different from our days in Wesley. I am so proud of us as a senior class and our ability to give back and to continue this wonderful Albion tradition. Albion College truly is a unique and special place that has left an indelible mark on our hearts. Dr. Ditzler, please accept this check on behalf of the class of 2017.
Michael, it's a big check. Are you going to paint a big picture? Thank you, Mary Rose. At this time, please enjoy the musical selection to be performed by the Albion College Symphonic Wind Ensemble, as noted in your program. So Sam, how did you arrange to have the train arrive just on beat with the whistle tuned perfectly? And now for our honorary degrees. Honorary degrees are an interesting thing. 270 of you worked really hard this week, along with 4 previous years, to earn your degree. You were taking exams as recently as Monday and Tuesday, doing the last draft on your papers and getting them in early in the week. 2 of our honorary degree recipients haven't taken an exam or written a paper at Albion College in 40 or 50 years. And one of them has never taken an exam here, so it doesn't seem quite fair. But the difference is, we're giving you a degree based on our faith in you and the future. Your faculty have looked at your exams and paper and said, expect great things from these young people. When we give an honorary degree, we don't have to take it on faith. We can look at what they've already accomplished. We don't need someone to say they turned in all their papers on time and they were good papers. What we can do is look at what they've accomplished in the world. And then we look at them and we say, these are the things. They have accomplished the things that we want our students to accomplish. These are the things that we have faith that you will do in time. So we offer the honor degrees, we describe them a bit, and we let them chat with you as one last chance to say, these are the kind of things that we hope you can do, that we expect that you will do, that we have faith you will do. Dr. Kyle Shanton, Professor of Educational, will present the 3 honorary degree recipients. After the degrees are conferred, each will take a few minutes to pass some thoughts and wisdom on to the graduating class of 2017.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting Linda Carmichael Yankee, class of 1975, for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Linda Yankee's 13-year tenure with the Chicago area New Trier Township High School District 203 has reflected not only excellent leadership, but her conviction that education is far more than just classrooms and curriculum. As New Trier Superintendent for the past 11 years, Yankee has led 2 major construction and renovation projects and overseen the implementation of services to expand extracurricular and academic opportunities for students. The district has also instituted a mobile learning project and teacher evaluation and professional development protocols that serve as models to other districts. New Trier routinely achieves the state of Illinois' top ACT scores for an open enrollment high school and has a national reputation for excellence, a reputation which Yankee has both upheld and enhanced. Yankee's work at New Trier is the culmination of a distinguished career which included administrative and teaching positions with York High School in Elmhurst, Illinois, Lake Central High School in St. John, Indiana, and Kankakee High School in Kankakee, Illinois. Yankee holds a doctorate in educational organization and leadership from the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, an advanced certificate in educational administration from the University of Illinois, and a master's degree in language and literature from Governors State University. She graduated magna cum laude in history from Albion College. Sharing the stage for this occasion is Tristan Jacobs, an Albion College rising sophomore from Northfield, Illinois, and a graduate of New Trier High School. Mr. President, Linda Carmichael Yankee.
Linda Yankee, you have led countless teachers, students, families, and community members to embrace and involve themselves in one of our nation's most sacred undertakings. Your commitment to education has and will continue to have a profound impact on our world in a positive way. As long as your students and their students are out there changing the world, you have played a big role in that. Thank you so very much for your work.
Mr. President, I would now like to present Michael Milkey for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Michael Milkey's vision for educating low-income and underrepresented students in Chicago has been nothing short of astonishing. After just 8 years teaching at one high school, Milkey, with his fiancée Tanya Hernandez, founded the Noble Street Charter School in Chicago. 18 years later, Milkey is superintendent of the Noble Network of Charter Schools, Chicago's largest charter school present. Milkey oversees the education of 12,000 students on 17 campuses, a growth rate of a new school nearly every year. A strong school culture, focus on post-secondary successes, and more hours and days in class are keys to Milkey's education model that has drawn nationwide attention and acclaim. Noble Network students' average ACT score is 3 points higher than their Chicago peers. In 2015, Noble Network was the first Midwestern school ever to receive the Broad Prize for Public Charter Schools from the Broad Foundation during the National Charter School Conference. During his tenure as a teacher at Chicago Wells High School, Milkey developed an AP Calculus course and founded the Right Angle Foundation, a nonprofit that provides scholarships for summer college programs. He is a graduate of Indiana University with degrees in economics and Russian East European studies. Sharing the stage for this occasion is Jordan Newson, an Albion College senior from Chicago, Illinois, and a graduate of the Noble Network's Roe Clark Math and Science Academy. Mr. President, Michael Milkey.
Michael Milkey, you're an inspiration for all of us. When I talk to new teachers and faculty, I tell them that they're in a very special profession, that they will have an opportunity to typically have a life-changing impact on about one student a year. If they do that for 40 years, they've had a life-changing impact on 40 students. And that's very special. But when I have visited you where you work and watched you with your students, I am persuaded that you're changing someone's life every hour of every day. Your work is remarkable, an inspiration to us, and an inspiration to all at Albion College. Jordan represents the sole graduate of a Noble Network student in the senior class, unless I'm missing someone out there. Give us a wave if there's any others. But I think Jordan's the only one. Next year, there will be over 100 graduates of the Noble Network schools in the first, second, and third year class. Thank you for sending great students to us.
Mr. President, I am very pleased to present Jess Womack, class of 1965, for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Jess Womack's law career is notable for its wide range of specializations, reflecting Womack's equally wide range of interests and abilities. He began his career with the Ford Motor Company in legal work related to regulations, employee relations, and product liability. Moving to the Atlantic Richfield Company, Womack became Senior Corporate Counsel for Environmental Affairs, while also serving the ARCO Board's Environment, Health, and Safety Committee. Officially retiring from ARCO in 2000, Womack then spent a decade with the Los Angeles Unified School District as Interim General Counsel, Deputy General Counsel, and Inspector General. Womack has served a number of leadership positions with county and state-level professional organizations. He also worked for many years as an adjunct professor of environmental law at California State University, Northridge. Among many other leadership activities, Womack has been on the boards of the National Health Foundation, the Los Angeles Conservancy, the Environmental Law Institute, Green Dot Charter Schools, and Albion College. Womack served in the Peace Corps for 2 years in Kenya and was a platoon sergeant with the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division during the Vietnam War. He served as president of his Albion College senior class and as vice president of Albion's Student Senate. Womack received a Distinguished Alumni Award from Albion College in 2010. An Albion native, he is also a graduate of Albion High School and the University of Michigan Law School. Sharing the stage for this occasion is Jean-Taj Wallace, an Albion College Rising sophomore from Albion, Michigan, a graduate of Marshall High School and part of the college's Build Albion Fellows program. Mr. President, Jess Womack.
Jess, allow me a short story that I think wraps up or summarizes your career. I was walking across campus yesterday and one of our IT professionals was excited, wanted to tell me about a new development. He said, there's a microphone we can use now that's kind of wrapped up in a Nerf ball, and if you're at a meeting and you want to pass the microphone to someone else, you can throw it across the room and they can catch it and there'll be no sound and they'll use it. And we got to talk and we said, you know, someone's really proud of coming up with that idea, and they're going to make a whole bunch of money on it. And then we said, I wonder if that person will go the rest of their life and say, let me coast on that and maybe perfect that, but that's good enough. That'll keep me going through all of life. Or will they tomorrow say, you know, that was fun, but now I need to try something else, right? I want to prove that I can do more than put a microphone in a Nerf ball. And Jess, you're the kind of person that did things and did them really well and said, I wonder if I can do something else well, right? And so at each stage, you went along proving that you could do something else, something in addition, and do it very well. We are very pleased, and many high school students are very pleased, that at some point you said, I want to see what I can do to impact secondary education in this country. You have done that. You did that in schools in Los Angeles. And as a result of that, we had 6 exceptional students from Green Dot schools in this year's incoming class, and we'll have at least 6 next year. Thanks for what you have contributed to all of society, but particularly to Albion College. I actually forgot an important piece here. These aren't legal yet. I have not said, by the authority vested in me by the state of Michigan and by the Board of Trustees of Albion College, I confer upon all 3 of you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereunto.
A cancer researcher whose favorite high school pastime was building sets for the play. A world-renowned eye surgeon who began climbing mountains in high school and has now scaled the 7 highest peaks in the world. A professional cellist whose favorite class in high school was Shakespeare. A Broadway actress who learned to think critically in her social studies class. Each of these people is a real person, a graduate of the high school where I work. And each one surprised me when telling me about his or her most meaningful moments in high school. Those moments were seldom related to their eventual career. Education prepares us, but not necessarily for what we think we are being prepared to do or be. The great common experience in the United States is education. Think about it. Whether you grew up in Idaho or New York, Hawaii or Michigan, you have attended a school, all of which look remarkably similar. Even if you lived in another country as a child, those in the audience today now have the common experience of having attended and graduated from an American college. Education is a common experience for all of us here. In fundamental ways, our classrooms, textbooks look alike. Your high school probably had the same core academic subjects, sports, a student council, a band, and theater productions. But education is a remarkably personal experience as well. 20 students in an English class can read the same piece of literature and take away slightly or dramatically different lessons about the human experience. Math solutions are elegant to some, the mysteries of the natural world inspiring to others. My life as a student included 13 years in K through 12 public education, 4 years at Albion, and 3 graduate degrees, and I spent the last 41 years devoted to bringing education to others. I have been incredibly lucky to witness the transformation of young minds, to witness the struggle to find identity and meaning. Education at its best, at its most basic, is a hopeful and affirming process. Your teachers from kindergarten through college entered this profession because they have hope for you. They have faith that every child is worthy and special, and they are grounded in the hope that through the daily process of helping you learn, of nurturing your talents, of giving you confidence, that they can develop your capacity for greatness. Our system of education is the bedrock of our country. It provides education not just to the talented and compliant, but to those who struggle, those who rebel, those who are seeking. Schools should be judged not just by their test scores, but also on how they help support students through all the trials of childhood and adolescence. If you are still wondering what you want to do with your life, think about education, where every day you have the possibility of touching someone's life. The most negative part of being an educator is that you don't see where most students end up. Instead, you see them for small snippets of time over the course of a school year, maybe 45 minutes a day or an hour for a couple days a week, and you may work with up to 100 students or more. But not too long ago, I was lucky enough to run into a former student. I entered an elevator in a building in my hometown where I had taught English for 13 years. A 30-ish something young man was in the elevator with me, and he looked at me and hesitated and said, "Mrs. Yankee?" And I did not recognize him immediately. People change a lot from 16 to 30. But I answered that I was Mrs. Yankee, and he began talking excitedly. "You started it all. You were my sophomore English teacher. Do you remember you made me read so many books?" I did vaguely remember him by then. For the first time in my life, I started reading. I started getting better grades and doing better in school. I went to college. I got this great job, and you started it all. Now, I doubt that I really started it all for this young man, but how lucky I was to hear from him and to think that in some way I had impacted the trajectory of his life, that the common experience of a high school English class had created personal meaning and learning for him. So thank a teacher, one of your professors, your high school biology teacher, your 4th grade teacher. There must be someone in your personal educational experience who encouraged you, inspired you, comforted you, challenged you. Thank a teacher and be grateful for both your personal experience as a student and your common experience in the American educational system. And even if you never become a teacher or work in a school or college, learn about the schools in your community and lend a voice in supporting and continuing this important part of our democracy. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today to witness your personal educational experience. Congratulations to the Albion College class of 2017.
Thank you, Linda. My third of a speech carries the same theme of education. Mine is about Michael Jordan. And you're probably thinking, great, I love basketball. But it's not about Michael Jordan, the basketball player. It's about me, Michael, and Jordan Newsom. See what I did there? So Michael, was born in Buffalo, New York, and his single mother, at the age of 5, took him and his younger siblings and moved them 1 mile away to a new house because it was in a better school district. And for 13 years, he went to really good schools. Jordan was born in Chicago in the Austin neighborhood, one of the most violent neighborhoods in the entire nation. He had a great family to support him, but there weren't many great schools in his neighborhood. Michael went to college in the Midwest, studied economics and Russian, as you heard, wanted to be a diplomat, thought he maybe could end the Cold War. Jordan went to high school, found a high school in his neighborhood, a new one called Roe Clark Math and Science Academy. It was part of the Noble Network and a school where he met very high expectations around academics and positive behavior, around health and fitness and community service. Michael had a background check of a year to become that diplomat. In the meantime, he moved to Chicago, substitute taught in the schools. After a week, decided he was going to change careers, that he was really an educator at heart. He thought he had wasted 4 years of college, but he had not. Jordan went to college in Albion, Michigan, Albion College, class of 2017. There he did well academically, became part of the Black Student Alliance, danced in Sonic Boom, started his own program to help students in career counseling. And today, Jordan put on Michael's hood when he got his honorary doctorate. And Michael was so happy to be connected with him in that way. And so grateful that the class of 2017 at Albion supported Jordan. His family supported him. The staff here supported him. And I'm so grateful because, as you heard, Noble now has a partnership where we'll probably have more than 100 here next year. And I'm so grateful to the President Ditzler, to the Board of Trustees, to the faculty, to all of you who really started to welcome that group coming in freshman and sophomore this year. I am very grateful for that. And I just want to end with something that relates to, it's a quote from a movie, but it relates to the idea that you don't know, and Linda talked about it too. You could be in education, or maybe you can help the education of others in the career that you're at, but you never know what you'll be. I certainly didn't plan on doing education, but I'm in a position because I was ready, and Jordan's ready, and all of you are ready. And the movie is Castaway. Tom Hanks was stranded for 3 years on a Pacific island, and finally he escaped using some metal that had washed up on shore. And when he was back talking to his friends, he said, you always got to be ready, you always got to be working, you always got to be caring. And his quote was, you've got to keep breathing because tomorrow the sun will rise and you never know what the tide will bring. And you don't. But thank you all for being part of the class of 2017 here at Albion College. I'm so impressed and so proud.
I need both of these because depending on the sun, they're both prescriptions, so I'll start here. President Ditzler, President Ditzler and the board, I say this in all sincerity. I'm truly humbled to be here and have the opportunity to share the podium with Linda Yonke, Mike Milkey, the staff, students, and faculty. I feel not too bad for a little kid from 503 West Cass Street, Albion, Michigan. To the graduates, bear with me. I'm the last one. In a few minutes, you'll have the stage, okay? Congratulations. Congratulations on having completed your 4 years at Albion. It's over, almost, and you've crossed a river and an ocean. Your life awaits you. I want to welcome you to your new journey by challenging some conventional wisdoms and end by offering a few examples of pathways for your journey from my own personal story. In the present climate, there's a sense that with graduation, you're to know what you want to do, to be on the way to finding your passion, to be great at that passion and the passionate work that follows. And great means being on the cover of Time magazine. That's a tall set of orders for 21-year-olds. And if that is you, I suggest you give yourselves a break and ease up on the pedal a bit. I mentioned my speech to a friend who in LA who's a clinical psychologist, and she said she had many clients who are now millennials seeking help because so much was being asked of them. She said, tell them something helpful. In the interest of time, and consistent with 21st century, here's some tweets. Let me suggest that it's okay if you don't yet know what you want to do. Let me also suggest to you that it's okay if you don't yet know your passion. Further, at the end of the day, your work may well not be your passion. Great if it is, but it may well not be. Finally, being great does not require making the cover of Time magazines. Those are the first thing I say. One of your peers, Chelsea, a young woman who once worked for me and who's now launching her career a few years out in front of you, said, tell them what you told me. I will start with a quote that has influenced much of my decision making for most of my life. It's not printed anywhere. It was Dr. Jack Crump sitting over in Baldwin Hall in what was then the Union, and 6 or 7 seniors were sitting around in 1965. We were smoking cigarettes, it was 1965, and drinking coffee. And we were agonizing about certainty. And Dr. Crump said something. He said, do you realize how many of our decisions in life are made on the basis of very limited information? Do you know how many of our decisions in life are made on the basis of very limited information? For him, it was an off-the-cuff advice. For me, it was an epiphany. All decisions at some level become a leap of faith. Next tweet. Uncertainty of outcome is part of the living process. You're in your 20s, the early planning phase of your life. Embrace it. Because his culture says that at 21, you're legally an adult, free to make your own decisions and free to be on your own. But it also gives you the latitude to continue to search. Embrace responsibilities, experimenting because you have greater latitude now than you will ever have. Don't be pressured to find all the answers now. Answers will come. Students now take a gap year between high school and college, and many professional schools recommend a gap period between graduation and career. The Peace Corps was a life-changing, empowering experience for me because being stripped of the trappings of my culture forced me to look closely at and examine deeply what was at my core. If you're searching for your first job, don't agonize too long about whether it's your passionate life's work. Find a job that works for you, that gives you workplace experience, that allows you to be responsible for yourself, and also one that pays your bills. The last one will make your parents very happy. Additionally, do not agonize too long about whether your first job has to be the one that will put you on a straight upward path for the next 40 years and ultimately determine your fate. That is highly unlikely. Work brings ups and downs, zigs and zags, successes and disappointments. And in most cases, you'll be making decisions on the basis of very limited information. But each such decision will bring greater clarity and better prepare you for the next part of your journey. If you're among those who are delaying the career path a few more years, the master's candidates or those about to enter a professional or doctoral program, your course may be somewhat different, but the principle is the same. Be open to embracing unanticipated or perhaps unimagined options in your field of study. You may find hospital administration more interesting than patient-based medicine you thought you wanted to practice. You don't have to have it all figured out now. If you saw The Martian, remember how many of you saw The Martian? Right. Remember the last scene at the Academy where the Matt Damon character said, you figure it out by figuring out the first problem and then the next problem and the next problem. And if you're lucky, you go home. Address the issues one at a time, and in time your path and perhaps your passion will come to you, usually as a part of your work. We rarely develop them in the abstract. I clearly am not a Pollyanna. I know that there are pressures from student loan debt to competition for peer pressures to your own internal clock. However, I do remind you that your life is a marathon, not a sprint, and you can and must pace yourself. Last tweet, okay, breathe a bit, ease up on the emotional pedal. As for myself, I was at Albion during the 60s when there was a strong public service ethic, much like that emerging in your generation. I joined the Peace Corps, but it was a quote after Peace Corps that truly inspired me to work for community service. It says, it's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short, but there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. That's powerful stuff. Teddy Roosevelt spoke those words 100 years ago in Paris at the Sorbonne in his Citizenship in the Republic speech that gave us the famous man in the arena quote. I take the liberty of referring to it nowadays as the person in the arena because this is the 21st century. I first saw that quote in 1969 sitting outside the company commander's office at Fort Benning, Georgia. Days later, I returned, copied it, put it in my wallet, and promised myself that as I returned from Vietnam, which was not a certainty given that I was in the combat arms, that it would be a guidepost for my community work. A copy of it has been in my business and home office for 40 years. My community activism and education reform started after law school. In my day job, I was a corporate lawyer working for industry, first as a litigator, but for the greater portion as an environmental lawyer. My volunteer work in community organizing and education reform began in Detroit and Philadelphia, where I lived, but it was in Los Angeles that I created a program for teaching writing to immigrant senior high school students and taught environmental law principally to immigrant and first-generation college students at Cal State Northridge. After retiring in 2000, I worked at the Los Angeles Unified School District as a lawyer, ultimately the general counsel, and the inspector general. I was also on the board of New Economics for Women, a Latino-run community development organization that also managed the charter school. Most recently, I was on the board of Green Dot Public Schools, a large corporate charter in Los Angeles with 13 middles and high schools and about 11,000 students. I was drawn to Green Dot because unlike some charter schools, Green Dot asked to manage LAUSD's most difficult and challenging schools because part of its mission is that all children can learn, and it has successfully transformed those schools and the lives of students. 6 Green Dot students now attend Albion, as President Dish stated. My work was that of a lawyer, which I enjoyed immensely, notwithstanding its rigor and frustration. My passion was volunteer and community service. I was drawn to education because of its transformative powers and how it transformed my life. Also, many educators influenced my life. One whose impact on me was my 6th grade college, Albion College student teacher in 1954 and 1955, Miss Myers. When I was an 11-year-old kid, 3 months away from Alabama's racially segregated schools, she nurtured my intellect and made me feel safe and respected in the new integrated environment at Albion Public Schools. She's here today. Thank you, Marjorie Morgan, Britain class of 55. History presented my generation with the challenges of the Cold War, civil rights, women's rights, Vietnam, and the beginning of economic globalization. If you're searching for a passion and a place where you can do great things, few would be more important for your generation and this democracy than educating our changing population. The confluence of changing demographics and the need for educational reform will change America in this century. For the first time in human history, more people live in urban areas than in rural, and in urban areas where most of our new Americans are settling. It is also where our 20th century education system is under its greatest stress. It is also where the best jobs are, where they will be, and where you're likely to live. Embrace the coming demographic changes in America for what they are, a continuous movement of human beings since Homo sapiens walked out of Africa 100,000 years ago and arrived in the Americas 500 years ago, Others followed, some of them enslaved. Others who were resisted initially were subsequently welcomed. These new Americans coming from Asia, Central and South America, and Africa are coming for the same reasons others came to become Americans, and they're coming into urban areas. Urban school districts like Los Angeles Unified School District with over 800,000 students, 800 schools, over 200 charter schools on the forefront of that change. Over 60 different languages are spoken as first languages in the home of children in LAUSD, and many live below the poverty line. But what I saw there, green dot at Cal State Northridge, were children hungering for success. They are Americans. There's much to be done towards creating a 21st century education system that serves all children. The changes range from need to reform our agricultural-based school year and summer vacation system to creating 21st century curricula that produce 21st century jobs. As you heard earlier, we are trying new modes of public education, charter schools just being one of them. It is a complex, compelling problem badly needing skilled, dedicated people like you. It is an arena you may want to enter. So take the time, plan and experiment before finding your work. When you find that work, be passionate about doing it. Your mission and passion will find you, and in time you can find greatness, and in doing so, create your own Time magazine cover. I believe my generation of the 60s was at least the second greatest generation of the 20th century. I believe yours may well be on its way to being the first great generation of this century. Enter the arena and have safe and productive travels, class of 2017. I thank you.
Thank you, Jess, Michael, and Linda. A few years ago, a good friend of mine was retiring after a decade as a college president, and he had about a month to go, and I said, doesn't it feel good to be coasting in? He said, the hardest part is still to come. He said, you know, the hardest part of being a college president is to find a commencement speaker that's done something significant and isn't controversial. Well, I knew that if we brought educators on, they would have done something significant, and because all of you would be thinking of your thousands of pre-college teachers and the school volunteers that impacted your life in such a way, they couldn't possibly be controversial. There couldn't be anything coming from you except empathy and love for what they've done to change your life. So thank you very much for the way you've changed our world. And now, time for the Albion College Concert Choir.
I'll be your bridge on troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge on troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down on the street, my Lord, when evening falls down, I will carry you like a bridge or troubled water. I will lay me down, lay me
We will now award the degrees in chorus. By what authority are the degrees to be awarded?
By the formal action of the Albion College Board of Trustees, you, President Ditzler, are authorized to confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Fine Arts upon those candidates approved by the faculty and certified by the provost as meeting the requirements for the degree.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? President Ditzler, these are the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Fine Arts. They have completed their respective programs of study, and the faculty has approved their qualifications. It is a pleasure to present them to you at this time for the conferring of their degrees.
Members of the class of 2017, by the authority vested in me by the state of Michigan and by the Board of Trustees of Albion College, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining to the degree. As is the tradition at commencement ceremonies and as a symbol of your newly achieved academic status, I now invite the graduates to move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left. The graduates will now be presented individually to receive their diplomas. We would like to suggest that the audience refrain from applauding until all the bachelor's diplomas have been presented. We'll suggest that, but we don't expect that. The rest of the class not proceeding up can be seated. Provost Mark Roy will introduce the graduates. Mr. Sheets, as chairman of the Albion College Board of Trustees, will join me in congratulating them.
Justin B. Aceves. Caroline H. Adamczyk. Chelsea M. Adams. Alexis S. A. Ruchi Alawalia, cum laude with Albion College Honors. Olivia N. Alfano, cum laude with Albion College Honors. Amanda K. Allen. Elise C. Anderson, summa cum laude with Albion College Honors. Jessica Anderson. Julia Christine Anderson, cum laude. Julia M. Armitage. Christopher P. Armstrong. Hannah Marie Atkinson, cum laude. Michael Anthony Rocco Aguilero. Abigail L. Barno. Miranda Claire Bates. Patrick James Batterson, cum laude. Madeline Grace Beatty, magna cum laude with Albion College honors. Amanda M. Bedker. Margaret Lee Bifus, cum laude. Morgan Rayanne Benham. Christopher M. Barron. Amanda N. Berger. Kristen Byer. Molly E. Blank. Madison M. Bloom. Lauren E. Bohr. Derek Wilson Bosco. Jamie L. Burgoyne, summa cum laude. Mark V. Bria. Megan M. Britton. Megan Marie Brown, cum laude. John P. Brownlow. Nathan Wesley Brubaker. Monica R. Brignoni. Brandon L. Buckner. Bobby Budlong, cum laude. Mackenzie Ivy Beck. Jordan H. Burke. Kelsey B. Burns. Nicholas Scott Burris. Jaden Butler. Morgan M. Button. Catherine Elizabeth Busen, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Jane Campos. Ciara Canoy. Kathleen M. Casebier. Joseph V. Chalani. Daniel B. Chapman. Daniel J. Chapman. Cameron Clements. Clayton R. Cole. Lauren Elizabeth Cook, cum laude. Dylan M. Cooper. Julia Quinn Costigan. Sarah M. Cowie. Travis Leeser Kraft. David Thomas Craig. Claudia L. Craig. Margaret Kripe. Lauren Maria Cross, magna cum laude. Brett Cunningham. David Kincaid Curry, magna cum laude. Oriana Michelle Curry. Elizabeth Claire Curtin. Adley R. Dahl. Emily Abigail Darling. Eric Davis, magna cum laude with Albion College Honors. Shelby Davis. Mary Rose C. DiBerardino, cum laude. Dana Hope Demchek, magna cum laude. Austin Joseph Denna. Nicholas Henry Deppner. Christopher Darian. Mallory Francis D. Waters, cum laude. Tammy Noel Dickens, cum laude with Albion College Honors. Andrew DeFranco, magna cum laude. Madison J. Dingman. Jonathan R. D'Annunzio, cum laude. Nathan Dorado. Peter A. Doucette. Kayla M. Dupuy. Michael Dussel, cum laude. Olivia N. Ingalls. Matthew Falls, cum laude. Pierce David Fennick. Jacob Arnold Christian Fenton, cum laude. Joshua Levin Fisher. Michael J. Flegel. Chelsea Taylor Ford. Roxanne Ford, cum laude. Catherine M. Franzen, summa cum laude. Grace H. Freeman. Margaret Gotza. Emily Christine Galka, cum laude. Alice Catherine Garvin, cum laude. Christine Goss, summa cum laude. Crystal Georgopoulos, summa cum laude. Robert Benjamin Gillum, cum laude. Alyssa N. Glenn. David Thomas Goslin, magna cum laude. John Hugh Griffin III. Edgar I. Huitron Duran. Blake Cameron Haynes. Thomas C. Hall, cum laude with Albion College Honors. Heath Allen Hammond. Dominic A. Hamper. Caitlin Melissa Hatton. Mitchell Elmer Hale. Kylie Renee Heitman, magna cum laude. Alyssa Hendricks. Christopher Michael Herwire, summa cum laude with Albion College Honors. Elizabeth Couples Hocking. Megan C. Hopper. Leo Michael Horn. Colin Patrick Howard. Zachary Nicholas Hubble, cum laude. John Patrick Hutchison. Olivia Marie Johnson. Paul Arthur Johnson. Leah Lucille Joint. Brittany Kanda, magna cum laude. Dugan McMillan Carnazes. Amanda Jade Kendrick. David Francis Kennan. Craig Keys. Sarah L. Kirchner. Reese Addison Kleba, magna cum laude. Evan Kneisel. Benjamin Hayes Kolanowski, cum laude. Courtney Allison Condor. Jessica Christine Konezny. Ellen Leona Copy, summa cum laude. Lauren Antonina Kurtica, cum laude. Nicole Kurlick, magna cum laude. Bryce Richard Labar. Jared Lar. Mitchell Gordon Leseski. Joseph Leck. Shane Lindeman. Aurora Ann Lobatos, cum laude. Stephen Lockhart. Brittany Hope Loader, cum laude. Jacob Graham Lyde, cum laude. Austin Damian Lynn. Jacob A. McDowell, magna cum laude. Connor Madalena, cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Mahaney, cum laude. Julia Malecki, summa cum laude. Nicole Marie Manthe. Zachary Thomas Maresh. Grace M. Martin, cum laude. Thomas L. Martin. A.J. Matson, magna cum laude with Albion College Honors. Ryan Paul Matinka. Brant Russell McCullum. Kenton Joseph McCosh, cum laude. Jennifer R. McDonald. Jordan McGinn. Joseph J. McKenna. Zachary McKenzie. Kana McLaughlin. Robert Meath. Jessica Cortez Merrill, summa cum laude. Joseph Mealy, cum laude. Emily E. Miller, cum laude. Amy Jo Milligan, cum laude. Matt Morehouse. Nia Alondra Moreno. Angela R. Morrison. Michael G. Mullins. Shannon Elaine Murphy, magna cum laude with Albion College Honors. Jared Muscat, cum laude. Christine Marie Mussel, summa cum laude. Danielle E. Nelson, summa cum laude. Jacoby Mason Naraker. Elizabeth Neustadt. Alyssa Ninkovich. Caitlin Rose Nolan, summa cum laude. Alexis Robin Nowacki, magna cum laude. Katie Jacqueline O'Connell. Kyle John O'Grady. Will O'Neill. Matthew James Omerza. Lauren Nicole Opliger. Zachary Alexander Osborne. Lauren Outwater. Mirella Celeste Palazzolo. Nicholas G. Penorius, cum laude. Cum laude. Kayla Paquette, cum laude. Elizabeth J. Pelton, cum laude. Macy Elizabeth Peterson, cum laude. Vincent M. Plasky. Joseph M. Papeo. Benjamin K. Powell. Cheyenne Moon Price, magna cum laude. Andrew Prince, summa cum laude. Amanda M. Quasanella. Sally Quist, cum laude. Savannah Raja Rana, cum laude with Albion College Honors. Lauren Rasmussen, cum laude with Albion College Honors. Andrea Christine Render, cum laude. Dallas M. Reynolds. Nali Riddell. Brandon Rinkin. Jose E. Rodriguez II. Sydney Roeder, summa cum laude. John Richard Rogers, magna cum laude. Robert Daniel. Sean Rollman. Alexandra Rose Rolla, magna cum laude. Aaron Rumpf, magna cum laude with Albion College Honors. Michaela Emily Rose, cum laude. Kayla Marisa Royster. Claire Elizabeth Russell, cum laude. Joshua Malik Sadler. Alexander J. Sahori. Thomas J. Sanders II. Dominique Alexandra Sarnecki. Olivia Patricia Savage, magna cum laude. Cameron Elizabeth Schmidt, magna cum laude. Jessica Lee Shaw, cum laude. Kirsten Margaret Sheets, cum laude. Charles Shinsky. Taylor Langen Schrader. Bradley John Simonich. Kelly Ann Slazinski. Kylene Slocum. Andrew M. Snyder. David M. Sosi. Laura Elizabeth Sophia. Marissa Eve Stegman. Sierra Shea Stevens. Jordan Richard Stinchcomb. Lauren Christine Stull, magna cum laude with Albion College Honors. Ethan James Sutton, magna cum laude. Ashlyn N. Tabyandan. Grace Talaski, summa cum laude with Albion College Honors. Maximilian Wilhelm Tech. Stephanie Dolores Thurner, summa cum laude with Albion College Honors. Ashley Victoria Tice. Courtney Rochelle Toon. Julian James Vandenberg, magna cum laude. Michael Varney. Violeta Estela Velasquez Rivera. Nicholas Fizenko. Allison Elizabeth Voorhees, magna cum laude. Anthony Waite. Margaret R. Wallace. Jordan L. Walls. Laricia Hollis Washington. Krista Amy Watson. Zachary Lowell Weaver. Michael David Whitaker. Brianna Wilkins. Jesse J. Wilson. Jacob Michael Winkler. Elizabeth Gladys Witkowski. Bradley Wong, summa cum laude. Joe Wright, Kelly Chase Wright, cum laude. Jonathan David Wiley. Jared M. Yarrow. Jamal Akeem Yearwood, cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth York. Rachel Elise Young, cum laude. Martina B. Saffarini. Jason I. Zaran, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Zagoda, cum laude. Caitlin Zinkel, summa cum laude with Albion College Honors. Brendan Zuber.
And one more round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce Barbara Wiedendorf, class of 1983 and president of the Albion College Alumni Association Board of Directors. She will share a short message with the new graduates.
Congratulations to the class of 2017. I'm Barbara Wiedendorf. I'm the class of 1983, a couple years before all of you. I am the president of the Albion College Alumni Association Board of Directors, and I have the distinct honor of officially welcoming you to the Alumni Association. On your way off the stage, you received a pin from me, and it's on a card, and I'd like you to find that right now, if it's not in your hand already. please remove the pin from the card at this time. This pin represents your lifelong affiliation with Albion College and notes that you are part of an accomplished, innovative, and diverse group that will go out and change the world for the better. It's also a reminder to stay connected to your alma mater, Albion College. Albion College will continue to be with you on your journey, and this pin will help remind you that the Britain Network is strong because of people just like you. And people just like me are also part of that network and are here to help you in any way we can, personally or professionally. At this time, I'd like you to take your pin, turn to your neighbor, and start this Albion connection by putting the pin on their robe, and they'll do the same for you, and you've made your first Britain Network connection. Congratulations, graduates.
That was sort of dangerous, I think. At this time, I will call on Ron Barad, Professor of Religious Studies, to offer a farewell to our graduates. Please remain seated.
Graduates of the class of 2017. Graduates, right? Yeah, pretty good. I hope you know that over the past 4 years or so, the faculty members at Albion have had your back. We've challenged you when we knew you could rise to the occasion. We've celebrated with you when that presentation or paper or performance really showed what you could do. We've helped you learn and grow, and sometimes we've seen you stumble and fall, but we've always had your back. At least most of us have. A few of us only stick around for the sweet robes and fancy hats. You know, a little aside here, the only other place it's socially acceptable to wear these babies is at the academic cosplay convention. Yeah, but you know, you have to give a speech in ancient Greek to get past the bouncer, or ancient Klingon is also acceptable, but it gets tiresome, as you can imagine. Truly, we chose this career because we get really geeked when you master a new lab skill or artistic technique or conceptual framework, and you have a lot of them over the past 4 years. It's good to rest for a minute from the journey and look back over the distance you've traveled. Contemplate it with me, would you? Far off in the distance, I see teeny, tiny first-year students, talented, bright and curious. In between there and here, I see the Valley of Exams, Mount Laboratory, and the desolate swamp of many term papers. And before me today, I see all of you, your heads nodding from the weight of your giant brains, crossing the border into Alumni Town to start your next adventure. You made it, and we had your backs. Sure, it's been tense sometimes. That time your lab results only made sense if the laws of physics had been suspended for the duration of your experiment. But Dave Seeley assured you that was really very unlikely. It's kind of awkward. That time you felt particularly uninspired on your exam and defined the term Pentecost as the price of one penta. You expected more creativity from yourself. You let yourself down. That time you hadn't done your economics homework, Fred, but you insisted that you'd made a diorama of Adam Smith's invisible hand. Get it? Because it's invisible, so it explains the absence of the homework. It's kind of a conceptual. Okay. But even when it was tense, we still had your back. What you need to know now is that we still have your back. If we can help you in the next part of your journey, we'll be there. We've been your teachers, and that has been our great honor. This ceremony marks a change in that relationship. No longer your teachers. As of today, we become your friends, your supporters, and your cheerleaders. So keep in touch, and don't hesitate to ask. We've got your back. It's a two-way street, though. When you achieve fame and fortune in your new ventures, we expect backstage passes, goodie bags, and shout-outs on social media. If one of my religious studies students becomes the next pope, I'm going to crash in the Vatican Library. There's got to be a couch in there. It's a two-way street, like I said. Or, alternatively, we love catching up with you over coffee or a beer when you're back in town. Look, we're all in. We care. We're invested. You'll forever be a part of this community, and this place, these people will always be a part of you. So, on behalf of the faculty, and truly from the heart, farewell, my friends. We've got your back.
Do you remember the scene in the movie Forrest Gump when Forrest was about to get the Congressional Medal of Honor, and at the reception he drank a case of Dr. Pepper and then waited in line a long time and then went by and shook President Johnson's hand? Do you remember what he said? One of your classmates said exactly the same thing to me coming across stage, so let's skip a couple of pages. Today, you're sad and happy. You're relieved and nervous. You're confident and worried. For lack of a better term, we say that you're nostalgic. Those of us who have been through 30 or 40 or 50 of these graduations still wonder at the mix of emotions we experience each year. We have placed our hope for the future of civilization in those of you who sometimes slept through your 10 o'clock class or missed assignment deadlines. But we know that you have the character and tools to be women and men of impact. We're a bit nervous. We know that the challenges ahead will be greater than anything we were able to throw at you in the classroom, on the stage, in the laboratory, or on the athletic field. But we are confident because we send you with the mysterious power of a liberal arts education. We believe in you, and we believe in what Albion has done for you. So we look forward to the better world that you will help create. Good men and women, it is time to quietly slip from the college you love so well. Good women and men who will soon be from Albion College, it is time for you to burst with joy into that bright future you are creating for all of us. And now, we would like to ask that after the singing of the college hymn, the audience be seated and remain seated till the academic procession has withdrawn from the seating area. Now, will you please rise and join us for the singing of Albion, Dear Albion, which will conclude our ceremony.